Hi everyone, the Owl here. Sawadee Cap, Sabaidi Mai. Hope you're well. Well, I'm back in the UK and it's the first live show from England after my last trip to Pattaya season 6. Hope you're well. I'm wearing the new England away shirt for the World Cup 2026. Mike Shopping Mall, £11. Massive saving. And the quality is immense. You even peel off some of the sticky bits to protect the logo. So really happy with it. I did get the home and away kit, 11 quid each. And they're the last shirts I'm buying until the next major tournament. Anyway, who we've got? Jeremy Simpson, morning mate, good morning. Welcome to the live show. God knows how many people will get on this first live show back in England. It is 8 AM here in England and I'm 2 PM, I believe. I got the graphic wrong yesterday. Thanks to the subscriber viewer who pointed that out. It's 2 PM in Thailand. Jeremy Simpson, morning mate, good morning, welcome to the live show. Darby John, I've met you mate, thank you for the beer the other night. Good morning Mark, good morning mate, welcome to the live show. Or good afternoon if you're in Pattaya. Oh, Jeremy Simpson saying move the mic mate, you can hear the tea going down. Sorry about that mate. I'm quite happy where the mic is at the minute. I do apologise for the gulping. Paul Cannon, morning Mark, hope all's good with you. And yeah, all good mate, all good, thank you very much. Stephen is in the house, how are you doing? Good to hear from you mate, 22 football shirts now. I know I did say I was not going to buy any more football shirts and that is the rule, no more Bayern Munich shirts, none of that. But with the World Cup coming up this year and they had my size in the away and home kit at £11 each. I mean, I think the shirts are like £120 each. Let me know if you know in the comments. That's a massive saving, isn't it? And the quality is incredible. Mike's Shopping Mall, best place on the planet. But that does take me to 22 football shirts, which is a bit ridiculous. Good morning from Mallorca, and that's KD-ish. Welcome, mate. We get people watching from all over the world. Thailand, England, America, Sweden, Belgium, everywhere in between. Good morning. Good afternoon if you're in Thailand. Dave Johnson, morning out. Good morning. Jeremy Simpson, have you had a sausage sandwich? How do you know? It's almost as if you've got a camera in my kitchen. I've had a sausage and egg sandwich similar to the ones you can get in Kung's on Sri Lanka. Yeah, I start my contract next week, Tony. Darby John. Yes, mate, still there in Pattaya. Nice one. And thank you very much for the beer at the cave, mate. Barry Palmer says, good morning, bargain deal. Yeah, it really is. I mean, when I said a quality, it's immense quality. On some of the logos, you even peel that off just to protect it. It's that good. Big John's in the house. Hi, Owl. Hope you're well. Just drinking a cold Singar in the cave. Sorry I missed you. Well, now I know, Big John, you're not quite telling the truth on your location, but it doesn't matter. We can all picture you in that cave, and that's all what matters. And of course, no more meetup nights at the cave. And just to address the question, have I been banned from the cave? No, I haven't. That's absolutely ridiculous. I've decided, obviously with season 7 coming up, that's going to be a tour of Thailand. I want complete flexibility. And also when I do come to Pattaya, if I do a meetup night in Pattaya, might not, then why not choose another bar now? You know, we've done many meetup nights in the cave and it's worked both ways. It's worked for my meetup night, subscribers, but also it's probably, well, it has, hasn't it, got more customers to the cave as well. So they've had some benefit from it, but it doesn't mean it's forever. If it was my bar, then maybe it would be the same bar forever, but I ain't got a bar. Pompey Posty 9, welcome to the live show. Good morning, Owl, from the sorting office. Good morning, mate. Russ5200, good morning. Welcome to the live show. God knows how many people we're going to get on. We've just started and we've got nearly 140 people on. If you can hit the like button, as always, it'll help get more people on, but also more people watching on demand as well. And if I miss your comment, don't be afraid to pop it again. You will not get penalised for asking the same question. You do know I like to address some of the questions. Tony Bedford, you've got a weird light on shine on your head. That is just the light here in the studio, unfortunately. It always does this effect on my head, but I can assure you everything's fine. It's fine. Alex, morning, Mr. Owl. Welcome home. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Hope you're both well. Russ5200, I bet the genuine shirts are made in Southeast Asia. Who knows? Peter Jones, morning, Owl. What I can say is these football shirts are amazing quality. I'm not going to bang on about them all morning, but I'm so happy to own the England home and away kit for the World Cup, and it's cost me 22 quid. And they're not, I can't stress how the detail and the effort gone into this shirt is incredible. That's enough. That's all I'll say on the football shirts. I'm getting too excited about it. Dave Johnson, I'm back in Pattaya in 28 days. Can't wait. I'll be watching the World Cup in Pattaya. Well, that would be awesome, wouldn't it, for season 7? Super Stephen, hi Mr. Owl, how was your trip to Pattaya? It was great. It was a fly-in visit. It was 2 weeks. I thought potentially maybe 3 weeks it could be, but I got the contract offer come through. My parking was to the 28th, and boy did they remind me of that, having me wait at the airport. I mean, absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. And I think the guy was on a bit of a mardy as well as me, because he said, oh yeah, you'd be looking at about 4 hours until we get your car. And yes, I could have let them know sooner. But still, 4 hours was absolute rubbish. It wasn't that in the end. I think he just said it just to make me feel a bit shit, because it wasn't that. It was over an hour. It was nearly an hour and a half, which is not great, but it wasn't 4 hours. And it should be 15 minutes if you give them, apparently you've got to give them plenty of notice to get that 15 minutes. And at one point he said to me, well, do you want to just go and get your car yourself from the compound? I'm like, not really. I've paid for meet and greet, and anyway, I won't be doing that. It's just easy just to leave the car at home and just get a train. I think the day I left, it was bank holiday, and I still could have got a train. I still could have. But the thing is, it's taxis from the train station. But whatever it is, it's got to be better than dealing with them at Heathrow. MW something parking or whatever, meet and greet, Terminal 4. Not for me, thank you. Ploy26, morning Owl, greetings from Cork Island. Big hello, we've got people watching from all over the world on this live show. But yeah, the trip was good. Season 6 was awesome. 10 vlogs. In an ideal world, 3 weeks would have taken me to about 15 vlogs, which would have been nice. So we didn't quite get round to the bar crawl vlog. Thankfully, me and Michael have done a bar crawl video before, and we did the Is Pattaya transactional video from that corner bar. If you've not seen that, check it out. And that was a decent vlog. It landed pretty well. Naklewa lad, thanks again for the heads up on what you noticed on the time graphic, getting the time wrong. It is 2 p.m. It won't be past 2 p.m. now in Pattaya, not 3 p.m. So appreciate that. That's a slot on his head. Put his money in. Thank you very much, mate. Social, when does season 7 start? Well, we've had conversations like this before. Season 7 should be the Thailand Tour 2027. But who knows what's around the corner? Who knows? Realistically, financially, I've got to work my arse off to get into a position where the tour can happen in 2027. For it to happen sooner would be ridiculous. I'll be lucky enough to get it next year. Right, where are we up to with the comments? Carlen UK. It's no problem to fly to the Middle East to Bangkok. I didn't have any issue. I can only base it on my experience, and it was fine. I don't think there was a delay or anything like that. It was okay. I think obviously the Al Etihad experience. If you've not seen my travel day vlog, check it out after the live show. I appreciate not everyone's got around to seeing it yet, but I'm not a big fan of Etihad. It's fair to say, but I didn't feel unsafe going via the Middle East. But I just think maybe a direct flight is probably what I need next time. I think it's probably going to have to be that. That would mean flying from Heathrow again, though. I don't believe Manchester do a direct flight, or they do one a week with Norse. If you do know, let me know in the comments. Stephen Clark, morning, big boy. So not the owl, big boy. Okay, mate. Did you catch? I didn't, mate. I messaged her a couple of times and she was out of town. Michael, the cameraman, is in the house. Morning, mate. Glad to see you home safe. I am, mate. I am back in the studio with the new Awake It England shirt. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're still enjoying living the dream. Is it true Jojo taxes exclusively to Jeff Carter? No, that's ridiculous. Hutch5573, good to see you all. Welcome to the live show. Super Stephen, yes, I've got a contract in the UK, some of which I've already started already. This Robin Hood band rubbish, it's not. They just don't want us filming there, even though I've done lots of live shows from there, and they've even helped me set up live shows, and I've done vlogs from there, and I'm sure they don't need help getting people to the Robin Hood, but I'm pretty sure I have brought a few people to the Robin Hood. They don't need promotion. They are what they are. But I'm not banned from the Robin Hood. I just choose not to go there. So that's not me slagging them off. But, all of a sudden after a year and a half, whatever, they told me to no filming. Maybe the sticker on the table outside was the final nail in the coffin. And a big thank you everyone who's ordered the Owl Channel mug. It is available. I believe you're all happy. There's different sizes and I get a couple of quid, I think, per mug. Tony Bedford, Eva Air Premium Economy Direct October, 2,200. Well, if the direct flights get too pricey, of course, then I'll be looking at a connecting flight all over again. I'm not prepared to pay more than £1,000 for a return flight direct. No chance. I would never pay anything above that. Even premium economy, not interested in that sort of figure. Ray's in the house, afternoon from Sin City. I would have stored your helmet. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I suppose the benefit and the reason why I've took the helmet this time is season 7 is going to start off in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and I want the helmet from then. I'm probably going to be getting a scooter, even just for a few days when I'm in these places. So that's why I've got the helmet. Pattaya will be at the end of the trip. But then again, who knows how it's going to play out. I might get to Chiang Mai and be absolutely bored out of my brains and just want to go to Pattaya. That said, I have made a promise to myself. There's some places I'm 100% going to visit. That is Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Udon Thani. I've seen vlogs where people have had a good time in Udon Thani and they've had drinks and nights out and there is a nightlife there. So I will be going to Udon Thani as part of the tour. I don't know how many other places I'm going to go to. I'm not super excited to go to like Koh Samui, Phuket, because they're all tourist destinations, but I do feel it's a little bit sad of me not to have at least checked these places out. And I'm almost 3 years. Well, it's 3 years next week or the week after since I started going to Thailand, and I've still not checked out some of the obvious spots. Kevin, welcome back. I hope you kept the red card. Well, the thing is, mate, I don't know him from Adam, and he came on the live show, and I tried to be respectful in the moment. A lot of you guys were saying, give him a red card. I mean, let's not take it too seriously. I don't even know him from Adam. I don't know him. I tried to be as polite as I could with him. It's really not groundbreaking breaking news. Scooby Snack, morning, Mr. Owl. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the live show, Elite Massage. How are you doing? An absolute pleasure to meet you both and looking forward to seeing you as part of season 7 in Pattaya, for sure. Right, try not to miss any comments. Soy6 Dave, welcome to the live show. Morning. I couldn't care about this guy who jumped on the live, mate. I don't know him from Adam. If I see a live show, I don't go up to that live show and just jump on that live show. Even when I've been to the M&M bar, I've kind of gauged if Mark would like me to sit in the background or come on and say hello, I wouldn't just throw myself in there. Don't know him from Adam. Wish him all the best. I tried to be as polite as I could. You guys were saying red card this, red card that. It is what it is, like I said. And the final thing I'll say on it, it's not breaking news. Like, I literally forgot about it until you reminded me. And this is by doing live shows. Unless you're doing it in the studio, like today, then, you know, anyone can just pop along. And as you saw the week before, we had that absolute prick who decided to start giving the middle finger, and he was a proper prick, he was. Do you remember that, the middle finger to you guys? That is ultimate disrespect. Robin Cox, morning from Denmark. Thanks for a great channel. Thank you very much, and a big hello if you've just joined us. God knows how many people are going to get on this live show. First live show back in England. We've just started and we've got 175 people on. So if you can hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. And of course, if you're watching it on demand afterwards, a big hello as well. John, how are you doing, mate? 11 weeks this Friday till you go to Pattaya. That'll soon come round. Ray Ross, it was live TV gold. Well, it is what it is. I do enjoy doing the live shows from Pattaya. The reason why I got the security chat, by the way, is just to stop people jumping on the live show, giving all the middle finger like the week before. You know, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't feel overly threatened. I've had bigger threats than that before a live show, but it was more to do with that. That's why he was stood behind me, just to stop a guy like that giving you all the middle finger. I mean, it's rude, isn't it? Why would you give a middle finger to 300 people who you don't know? Unfortunately, Pattaya really does have some absolute morons. Really does. Hutch5573, good to see you, Al. Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome to the live show. Michael, the cameraman's moderating today. Hope you're well, mate. Welsh John 123, I think Norse have stopped for now out of Manchester. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. I do like flying from Manchester. I find it less faffy than London Heathrow. But of course, that direct flight is probably what I'm going to be looking for season 7. You know, just getting on that plane, knowing you're getting off that plane in your destination. And the benefit of using Thai Airways is you've got you almost feel like your holiday started a little bit sooner as well. Jed Robinson 9031, welcome to the live show. I flew Etihad a while back. In-flight crew were the same, ruding up themselves. It was disappointing. It was really disappointing. It was better going out to Thailand. It's not because I was in a grumpy mood, like some of you have said. It's not just that. I mean, the plane was what it was. The food was what it was. The service was non-existent, really, on the way back. As I said, we're 2 hours in. 2 hours in, we got some food, which wasn't great. I always found it a little bit quicker on the likes of Emirates and Qatar. You know, within that first 45 minutes of takeoff, you're having decent food. So, yeah, I mean, Jojo has a great taxi business there. Is it the cheapest? No, it's not, for sure. Definitely not the cheapest. But she always gets me there safely. Didn't use her going there this time. Won't be using her on the Thailand tour, but that's no reflection of her at all. It's just I don't have to do it the same way every way. Certainly, if I'm on a budget, if there's different ways to get it, then I will do. But for convenience, I did get a taxi from the Vogue, got picked up at 5 a.m. and took me straight to the airport, and that's the way I wanted to do it on the way home. Unfortunately, it was bad enough having to do the 2 flights. Stephen Kennedy, great watch on season 6. Thumbs up for the channel. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. It was a quick whirlwind season, but it was still 10 vlogs long. A decent amount of vlogs. I would have liked to have done a couple of more vlogs, but on that last day, I just thought, I can't film myself at the Caddy Shack again. You know, I've already done the platform vlog the day before, and I don't like to over repeat the stuff I've done. So I just had a day of relaxing, massages, food, went for a walk with Michael, the cameraman. We walked all the way down Beach Road, and then I left him at Terminal 21 and I walked straight down Second Road just to get a few steps in. because I have put on a little bit of weight. It always does it to me, Patty. I've gone into the over 100 kilo. I mean, it should drop now I'm not drinking back in England, but it just shows that the carbs in the beer really don't help. Lee Allen, morning, I will hope you're well. Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you very much, Elite Massage. Appreciated. If I miss a comment, by the way, don't be afraid to drop it again. And also, if you just want to drop a love heart, if you don't want to leave a comment, I see every single love heart as well. Scooby Snack, morning, Mr. Owl. Welcome to the live show. We've only just started and we've got nearly 200 people on. So a big hello. If you can hit that like button, it really helps the algorithm. Tony Bedford, is she helping Jeff Carter with his new garden? How would I know? And I'm pretty sure Jojo's in Thailand and Jeff Carter is in England, so probably not, unless she's offering him advice. But why would she? She's a taxi driver. I don't even know if she's a gardener in her spare time, mate. So it's over my head, that question, mate. John Ippy, always good to have you on the live show, mate. Good afternoon, mate. From Ipswich, Queensland, of course. Not the Ipswich where Michael, the cameraman's from, in England. Cal Flight should end the tour in Pattaya to relax and enjoy. Can you relax in Pattaya? Yeah, I guess you could do. More like have a little bit of fun to end the season 7. And what'll be interesting is when I am in these places, Chiang Mai, if you guys are actually going to watch. Imagine the views are low as like 2,000 views a video. I might be getting to Pattaya quicker than ever before. It could happen. It could happen. You know, some people find these places boring and it's all about Pattaya. So we'll have to see. Manny, 1969, morning hour. Would you ride a scooter in Bangkok? I don't think I have done, actually. It's just a little bit too manic, and I quite like walking around from Terminal 21, Nana, that area. I think if I was on the outskirts of Bangkok, staying out of the centre, then I would do. It seems a little bit unnecessary when there's, you know, Bolt taxis and tuk-tuks and all of that great stuff. Johnny Pitt, how have you stayed at the Amber? I haven't, but Michael the cameraman has, and he loves it. Soy 6 Dave, hi, I don't understand people who do a stop. Well, it's usually price, mate. Significantly cheaper to do a stop. That's why we do it. It's not out of, you know, the love of stopping in Dubai, Doha, Abu Dhabi. It's massively cheaper. I mean, my flight that I booked, it was 200 and something, 280 quid. I mean, you could pay that in England for a coach trip. I mean, it's quite incredible. Then the one-way flight when I originally booked it going to Bangkok was 368. So add them both together, it still would have been cheaper to do a return package, I imagine. It would have been around 550, 600, but I didn't know when I was going to return exactly. I didn't know how it was going to pan out. David, morning, Mark. First live stream. Enjoy the channel. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Cal Flight, was sad to see you needed security for the second time in the cave. Well, as I said, it was more to do with any morons jumping on the live show, giving you the middle finger more than anything. More than me feeling threatened doing a live show in public. Like I say, I've had threats before when doing a live show, none of which have materialised. So it was more to do with that. Because that guy, you know, that guy was an absolute tool the week before giving you the middle finger. He really was. And then when I walked to get my check on my bike later on, he's there in the bar just waving at me, which I found very odd behaviour, very strange man. If you're watching, very strange man. Wayne Duncan, how come you needed security at the last live? Hope everything is okay. Yeah, just explain that, mate. Just purely from people jumping on a live show perspective. John Ippy, 11 weeks this Friday until I go to Pattaya. That'll soon come round. Tony Bedford, have you had your compensation from Norse yet? I haven't. I've had the refunds very, very quick, but I've not had that 520 quid compensation. But I'm not too worried about that. I think I first went for a company, I've not heard anything, but I've gone direct now a few weeks ago and it did say about 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm pretty confident that's going to come through. I'm not going to tell you how much the security was. That's definitely not, not to share really, because a price I got doesn't mean it's the same price for everyone, and it might change. And I'm not going to get into the price of security. Will you be putting into a pension pot? Yeah, I have got a pension pot, and I will continue to put into the pension pot. That is for sure. JJ975, hello from Grantham, Lincolnshire. How are you doing, mate? Big hello, welcome to the live show. Jeremy Simpson, how many tea, coffee a day, mate? Well, maybe 3 or 4 cups of tea at home a day. Dixie, Oman Air in October for 2 weeks, 548 good value. I'm assuming that's a return. NJT, morning, welcome to the live show. Peter Jones, I know you really don't like Etihad, but they have fab prices. Yeah, I was just disappointed, mate. I was really disappointed. If you've not seen the latest vlog, check it out after the live show. It wasn't just the wing issue. There was definitely more. Peter Jones, watched a few vlogs this week, never seen it so quiet. It is quiet, and I believe they call it low season at the minute in Pattaya, but I love it. I absolutely loved it being quiet. Because, of course, no disrespect, but I don't go over there for the other people on holiday. I go there to enjoy the entertainment. Of course, I enjoyed having people at my meetup nights and people stopping me in the street and everything, but it was much more enjoyable having it quiet. It's not great if you're a bar owner. I imagine you need a good high season, but I prefer it. I prefer it. Name only. Did you put the security man behind you for effect? And what effect would that be? What would that achieve, mate? Hager6359. Last time I was in Pattaya, I thought it was funny how many angry expats there were walking around. They didn't bother me. They just looked silly. Yeah. Excuse me. Still clearing that cough. Yeah, bit of a contrast, wasn't it? Like, no issues on that front walking around Pattaya in low season. High season, maybe a few people, I think it was on the last season. But it is what it is. Some of them bring attention to themselves by saying, literally coming up to me saying, don't put me on camera, or calling me a mug, or whatever it be. So they would have been best just carry on walking, would be my advice. Sorry, 6 Dave, hi, what's a sweet spot for a trip to Thailand? 4 weeks would, 4 weeks would be a fix for sure. Do you prefer Thai Airways to Eva? I think probably Eva pips it, doesn't it? But it's a tough one. It is a tough one. They're very similar. They fly 5 minutes apart. Flying Thai Airways gets me in the mood a little bit more for the holiday. I think that some of the food on there is actually Thai food, but yeah, there's not much in it. Some people would say Eva just pips it. All right, let's see where we are. TV Gold, love it. Hager, hi mate from the Gold Coast, welcome. The Bubble, morning owl, you've got to get to the southern islands of Thailand. Simply fantastic, easy for me to say. Phuket has lost a bit now, but Krabi, Koh Lanta, Penang, Phang Na, especially I can't pronounce it. Fantastic areas. Cheers, thank you, mate. I definitely do need to see more of Thailand, that is for sure. Thai Airway planes are older than Etihad, really? Timmy, no idea what that question's about, mate. No idea. Don't even make sense to me, mate. You don't buy. You're really happy clappy, kick your ball spot. I mean, really, don't have a clue. Maybe explain a little bit more, mate. Stephen in England. Hey, welcome to the live show. How are the Blue Owls? Well, I'll tell you what, mate. It's yeah, there is some holiday blues. There always is whenever you come back from Pattaya, where you just have a great time and ride around on a scooter and have a beer when you want and this, that and the other, and you come back to to England, which, you know, I love England, but it's just back to the, you know, back to the usual. As the visa on arrival changed? Not sure, mate. There's rumours that's going to change soon. No idea. Jason Cox, morning, Owl. Welcome to the live show. And a big hello if you just joined. First live show back in England. Carl Flight, so many questions about Jeff Carter. Really? I don't see what the fascination is, mate. I've not had that many questions. I think we had a question about his garden, but... Yeah, Tony Bedford, I won't worry about that, you know, Jojo taxis, mate. She's doing all right. If you ever need a taxi, then you've always got that option, I guess. Dave Edwards, morning, Mark. What's your favourite bars and clubs in Bangkok outside of Nana? Well, I can't even pronounce which one it is. I mean, that thermal bar, as I refer to it, to keep you warm, was very interesting indeed. Thanks to the lads who took me there for the first time. Went to a great bar nightclub. I forget where it was. Was it Soy 11? Was it Soy 4? I don't know. I can't remember where it was. Was it Hillary 3 on Soy 4? I don't know. I wish I knew, but it was brilliant. 3 floors, and then as the time went on, everyone kind of moved their way upstairs, and it was an incredible night. Definitely the best night I've had in Bangkok ever, and that was on the last season. That was my first night in Thailand. It was brilliant, really good. Wayne Duncan, did you consider working as a moto, taxi or tuk-tuk driver to stay in Thailand? Very low barrier to entry. No, I haven't, mate. I haven't. I won't trust myself in one of them tuk-tuks. Jason Cox, welcome to the live show. Frank, did you meet up with Julia? I didn't, mate. I messaged her a couple of times and she's saying she was out of town. So I got the message. No meetup for the Owl Julia on season 6. At least you responded though and said, sorry, I'm out of town and, you know, I've got a boyfriend, and she didn't just ignore me. Peter Jones, I know you didn't really like Etihad, but they do have some fab prices at the minute. I've always found them good and they're handy as I live in Exeter and sometimes the timing works. Yeah, I know lots of people that have flown with Etihad. That was my first experience, and the flight going home was worse than the flight going there. The planes were dated, the food wasn't great, the service was poor. You know, even one time I was really thirsty and I asked for a water, and you could tell she was like, okay, I'll get you a water. Just not for me, mate. I'd rather pay a little bit more and just have a normal experience. And it's not just because of the tape on the wing. I didn't think for a minute the wing was going to fall off. I mean, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, does it? Alex, Ferme isn't really a bar. Hillary 2 on Soy 4 is great. Maybe that's where it was. I was extremely drunk on that first night in Bangkok. It was, I think it was the bottle. Yeah, it was, because I remember walking back to the hotel on Soy 5, and I remember walking up Soy 4, the same Soy as Nana. So that Hillary bar, which is down at the bottom of Soy 4, is where I was, and I'm pretty sure it's on 3 floors. I mean, if I was to walk there now, I still won't remember where it was. Timmy, I do respect you for your determination and professionalism. Well, thank you. NJT76, good morning. Welcome to the live show. Got over 200 people on. It's a busy one. First live show back in England since making my return from Pattaya. If you've not seen the Travel Day vlog, check it out after this live show. I think it's almost got 10,000 views, so it's not doing too bad at all. GCLDN, morning owl. Is that a new mic shopping mall? It is, mate. It's the England away kit. 11 quid. Amazing quality. Ready for the World Cup this year. Did the security stay with you all night till the end of the meetup night, till around about 10 o'clock? Lewis Shays 4276, myself and my Thai wife watch your channel all the time. We live in the UK. Remember, there are loads of amazing Thai ladies out there, honest and loyal. You never know how. Thank you, mate. Thank you for watching the channel. And I'm thinking of starting a new venture soon as well. I mean, that could be in the motor trade. I could go down the marketing route. I haven't quite, the Owl Channel marketing group, who knows? But I would like a little side venture. Obviously, if it was in the motor trade, then that's not really remote. But if I was to go down the marketing route, and I have got experience in search engine optimization, sounds fancy, but optimizing on Google, as well as web design and all that stuff, marketing, promotion. I've got experience of doing that. So maybe I could start a little side venture, which, over the years could start to trickle in a little bit of money and maybe put me in a position in the future where I could work remotely. Or as I said, the motor trade. I do feel I want to use my spare time to generate an income, which is going to put me in a stronger position for a return to Thailand in the future. Because I think, if I'm being honest, I've probably got a little bit lazy. I do the full-time job, and then I've got the YouTube, and we all know YouTube from the AdSense brings in maybe about £1 an hour. I appreciate all the support on Buy Me a Coffee and Super Chat. They've been amazing, and thanks for all the support for the channel. But the AdSense side of it is, as little as peanuts. For a video at 10,000 views, I'd be lucky to get maybe 40 quid, 50 quid. That's just to give you an idea of where it's at. And if you think about the editing time and the filming, it's just a hobby. But, I have had businesses in Pattaya asking, can we have your logo on this? Can we have your logo on this? Would you put us at the end of your videos? And I look around and I look at some of these YouTubers in the food industry, do food reviews, and they're quite happy to do sponsorships and 75 quid for your business logo on here and this. So I don't know why it would become such an issue being a Pattaya vlogger if there's a Pattaya business that would like to be on the channel in some capacity. Sponsorship's quite common, and I was just looking at it this morning. A food review is charging a business to do a review. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. But I do think there needs to be a second venture. I think if I do something, then there's an opportunity. Oh, give over. Stepping on Darren John's. I don't even know what Darren John does. What a ridiculous comment. So if I do anything along the lines of marketing, that's stepping on Darren John's shoes. I mean, that's probably the most ridiculous comment of the live show, mate. What are you on about? It's a free world. You should be able to start any business that you want to do. Does it mean it's going to succeed? No, it doesn't. I could sit on my ass in my spare time and watch TV, watch Netflix, bum around, do nothing. Or I could start a little venture which might bring in a little bit of pocket money, which could put me in a stronger position in the future. That might be the motor trade, selling the odd car. Big deal, done it for years. Or doing something along the marketing front, which could work from a remote point of view in the future. Um, 08 DJ Leroy, hello from LK President Pattaya. How are the tables? I tell you what, mate, you mentioned the LK President. I could literally see that hotel from my balcony at the Vogue. Never stayed there on Third Road. It looks decent. I have stayed in the LK Residence on Soy Diana, and that is a cracker. Scooby Snack, Mr. Owl, why don't you start a brand new algorithm search engine optimization app? Well, I'm not sure about an app, but certainly some form of marketing services. If you do car dealing, you're stepping on Ford's feet. Love it. Oh dear. So honestly, some of the comments just baffle me sometimes. Just bonkers. Right, Dave Johnson. Hi, I put in for compensation with Turkish Airlines with my connection flight. Took off the same time as my flight landed. Refused point blank to pay me out. Oh dear. Maybe you can have a look at the aviation authority and see what they can do to help. LK President, good, but way too expensive. That's a shame. Well, Ray Ross, mate, as I said, 10,000 views on a video, you'd be lucky to scrape 40, 50 quid. Just to put it in perspective. It's absolute peanuts in AdSense. And I've been very open about what I earn on YouTube from the day dot. Is no way it can be a full-time job unless you're a super popular YouTuber and you get in maybe 50,000 views a video on a consistent basis. Plus, the likes of Mashtag, you might get like 1 million views in the first day, for example. Then you could really earn a living off YouTube. But a Pattaya channel getting 10,000 views a video isn't going to cut it from a full-time point of view. Daniel James Wallen, don't take the bait, Owl. He's trying to wind you up. Well, fair enough. Maybe he's just doing it to wind me up, but sometimes I should be allowed just to say if I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Gibbo, where are your top 3 bars in Pattaya? Well, I have to say, iBar is number 1. I'm definitely going to put Insomnia in there and the Rum Runner. Didn't spend a lot of time in Candy Club this time around, I've got to be honest. I've bigged it up a lot, but I've also seen other places now, such as iBar, with a bit more space. You got the view of the Pattaya sign. So as much as I'll always have love for the Candy Club, I didn't spend any time in it on the last trip. Frank Travels, welcome to the live show. And Ray, it was a pleasure to meet for breakfast at Bacon Butte Brew, mate. Well, I'm happy to do that every time I have a catch up. And this is it. The good thing about having the meetups in the past is you get to meet people. It could be a 15-year plan. Yeah, it could be a 10-year plan. I've worked out some of the numbers. I mean, even 10 years of pension contributions, without boring you to death, could be as much as 120,000. What's your skill set? Well, a bit of everything. Sales, media, marketing, the lot. Not claiming to be an expert. Dave Edwards, SEO marketing service for businesses is a great option for a second income and remote working. Very scalable business. I agree, mate. And I used to be in that field. Yeah, I used to be in the field of doing SEO for small businesses. It's a fantastic way of working remotely. I remember just being able to work from where the hell I wanted, if that was Costa's, Starbucks. And I did all right at it. So maybe that could be the way. I'm not going to do anything dramatic because I've got a contract here in the UK. But I just think in my spare time, rather than watching that Netflix film and bumming around and doing nothing, I could actually use that spare time a little bit smarter to get myself in a better position quicker. As much as I enjoy the car sales, and that might be the way forward, which isn't remote, at least the remote marketing side of things would give me an option in the future. I could be sat in a hotel in Bangkok, or I could be in Udon Thani, and it's completely irrelevant because it's all online. And I could do it as a spin-off from the Owl channel. It could be the Owl channel marketing group. Who knows? It'll just be me. So a group maybe might not be the right word for it, but maybe SEO promoting. I don't know. Let me know if you've got a business in Pattaya and you think having your logo on the channel towards the end of a video is beneficial. Let me know. I don't see why I don't get why some people in Pattaya have got an issue with it. It's quite common. As I spent the morning having a look at what some of these vloggers around England are doing, and they've got like a menu of what you can choose. If you're a small business, you can sponsor the reviewer to come to your restaurant. You can have your logo on one of their videos at the end. It's not a big deal, so I don't know why it would be a big deal for the Pattaya market. Nomya Inspector, good morning, Mr. Owl. Good morning. How are you doing? Did you clear the air with Julie? I didn't even speak to Julie apart from online. And it was all nice, but she was out of town, so we never met. So that's the end of that, I think, really, in terms of a real solid potential relationship. It was just friendship anyway. Mark Smith, morning. Welcome to the live show. Texas Tony, why always return so early? You are unemployed. quite a few things wrong with that comment, mate. I had my parking till the 28th. I did return after 2 weeks, a week earlier than planned. If I wanted to stay out there longer, I would have got a mate to take it out of parking. The reason why I've come back early is I've started a new contract somewhere. As I said, I'm going to look to do something on the side as well. I'm not just going to rely on my monthly wage and my YouTube tiny income. I really need to step it up. I must admit, 10 years ago, I used to have a lot more drive and energy for earning money, and I'm going to try and get that back. Daniel says nothing beats the beer garden. You know what? I can't believe I didn't actually get into the beer garden this trip. I love that place. Yes, you pay a little bit more for drinks and food, but it's a cracking location. And yeah, gutted I didn't even go there this time. Right, where are we up to? Thanks for everyone that's sending a love out, by the way. Maybe you don't want to drop a comment, but I can see every single love out. Lee Allen says, I personally think sponsors on the channel is where it's at. All the travel vlogs I watch do them as well. Exactly, mate. And this is what I don't understand. There seems to be quite a lot of hatred around the kind of Pattaya vlogger scene. It's quite a common business model to have sponsorship. So I might be looking at that and seeing what we can offer, because I get businesses messaging me all the time. Can you do a video here? Can you do a video here? Is there any chance of having the logo on the channel? And why can't it be some form of business where it is in every other industry or country? I don't see why Pattaya. I don't know why you can't make money just because it's a Pattaya. Is it because it's more toxic than any other place? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If I've missed your comment, by the way, just drop him again. I've not purposely done it unless it's completely moronic, but we've not had many of them. So don't be afraid to drop your comment again. You will not be penalised. Jaywick Council, they might want to sponsor. Well, maybe. In Pattaya niche, maybe only £40 for £10 views, but a marketing niche would get a lot more. I personally think getting sponsors to the channel is a great idea. Doug, have you watched sleeper train videos that go between Bangkok and Chiang Mai? I have, mate, yeah. I'm not sure if that's the route I'll choose. I'll probably just jump on a flight. Race it, genuine question. Would you consider any adult-related business in Pattaya? No, mate, not really. It's not. As it stands, no. Would I consider a bar in the future? Maybe. I mean, that's adults going to a bar, isn't it? But yeah, no, I wouldn't necessarily choose that route. Wayne, favourite Soy 6 bar now? You know what? I don't even have a favourite bar on Soy 6. I don't even have a favourite bar. Thai fan, welcome to the live show, mate. I've seen your comment singing the song. Good to meet you as well in Pattaya. I don't really have a favourite Soy 6 bar. I really don't. Gibbo, have you seen the Channel 4 documentary? I haven't, mate, no. Welcome to the live show, Nomya Inspector. Thai fan, there's only one Pattaya owl, walking along, singing his song, Walking in an Owl Wonderland, and it was an absolute pleasure to finally meet you, mate. Sean McDyer, good morning, Owl. Great Pattaya vlogs, thank you very much, much appreciated. London Maisonette, morning, Owl. You've got your head screwed on, but 1 week in Pats would have got you 10k subs. The views was indicator on. The thing is, mate, you know, I said it. I'm open-minded. No offer came my way to stay in Pattaya. If the offer came along and it was, you know, it was what I thought a better opportunity in England, then I would have seriously considered it and got the car picked up. The keys were left with them in Heathrow, but no offer came through. But I did get a contract here in England, so. Russ52 on the channel now has 1.9 million views. That is amazing. A big thank you to everyone who has watched the channel up to this point. I think when we get to 2 million views, I will post a little a little picture. I have been keeping an eye on that. It's amazing, really. Jed Robinson 9031 hotel fares have dropped big time, Phuket especially, as it's dead at the moment. As is Hua Hin. I've seen a 5-star Marriott in Bangkok advertising a night including, I lost the comment, where's it gone? I think you said 40-50 quid, which is very reasonable indeed, isn't it, for a 5-star hotel in Bangkok. Advertising 150 a night, including club lounge, normally 400, so $150. Yeah, so big discounts in some of the hotels. I think that's quite common in low season, isn't it? Absolute fuming for you that Etihad stopped you. Well, they didn't stop me filming. They asked me to stop filming, and I still carried on. I wasn't filming anybody, so after they asked me to stop filming, I wrapped things up anyway, didn't I? So I didn't go around pointing it or doing interviews with the cabin crew. There was definitely none of them vibes at all. Peter John, morning, Mr. Owl. I'm looking to go to Thailand in 3 weeks' time. I'm going to go... where's it gone? I'll have to read it off the laptop, mate. It goes too quick on there. Thai fan, I see Julie still being spoken about. Yeah, well, she's popular, mate. But she's moved on. Krypton Rider, it's an age thing, mate. What's that? Is the drive? I think you might be referring to me having lots of drive to earn money when I was younger, and not so much now. But I do feel that drive's coming back, because obviously knuckling down, having that extra money means I could be in a stronger position to get myself out to Thailand and have fun. And imagine working remotely. Imagine being able to just put out the laptop, do a shift in the hotel in Bangkok, and then crack on. That would be awesome. And it doesn't happen overnight, but I'm seriously looking into my options as we'll call it the side venture. And I don't want it to be a fantasy or any bullshit. It needs to be an actual side venture which I'm going to be committed to. And I'm either going to go down the flipping car route, which I've done for many years, probably going back as more as 15 years doing that, and I've always made profit doing that, or the marketing. So if it's SEO, if it's promoting businesses in Pattaya, whatever it is, and I've done that before, and going back to maybe 2012 since I've dabbled with that, so I'd have to get some of the ring rust off and polish up on that. Owl, how do you get the DTV visa? That can be done through the London Embassy. And the good thing about that, if I did go down the remote route, that would really, really, really work with that visa as well. I've got 4 years left on that visa, and that is exactly for working remotely. Oh, thank you very much, John, for the buy me a coffee. Much appreciated. That'll all go in the Pattaya fund or support for the channel. Amazing stuff. Much appreciated. Just 2 weeks in Pattaya, Owl, and you had a cold for a week. Come on, you had to stay at least 1 to 2 months. Well, wouldn't it be nice if I could afford to stay 1 to 2 months, mate? But, you know, I stayed 2 months last year, and we all know what happened there. I spent a fortune. Reggie, brilliant to see you back in Pattaya. Season 6 was fantastic. Much appreciated, mate. Doug, how was the Boss Club? From end of your vlog, you showed it. You know what? It was good, mate. I recommend going in, even just to check it out for a beer. It's an impressive club. Would I go in there every night? Probably not, but I did enjoy it as kind of a one-off. Soy 6 Dave. So you just say you're a YouTuber. It's not just as simple as saying you're a YouTuber. You either need to work remotely for a company or you're a digital nomad. So my channel, the Owl channel, Pattaya Owl channel, I had to provide evidence of the channel and the fact it's real, and the videos and the backlog of videos and when they started. So I could basically do more with that and work remotely and still be okay from a DTV point of view. But I couldn't work for a Thai company. Typhan Owl, will you do a vlog on, is it possible to do Pattaya on a budget? I don't know if I'm the best person to do that, mate. I'm pretty awful at keeping to a budget in Pattaya, but it would be a funny video, I guess. I never claim to be an expert when it comes to Pattaya or surviving in Pattaya. It's more of a, I don't know how you describe the channel really. It's just me on holiday, just being me. It doesn't matter if it's if it goes right or goes wrong. It just is what it is. You get some people who take it too seriously, and that it does my head in. Typhan, go for sponsorship. It makes sense. But this is it, mate. I literally this morning saw a poster from a very popular UK food reviewer that went, right, if you want me to come to your business, this is how much it is. If you want your logo on my t-shirt, on my videos, this is how much it is. Makes sense, because he gets a lot of views, and it's exposure. It's called marketing, isn't it? So, but you know, no doubt in the Pattaya world it'll be called e-begging. Well, it's not. It's a business model. It really is. Yeah, the weather is a bit different. I mean, today's a lovely day. It's a lovely day in England, but it certainly was a little bit cold landing at Heathrow, and I was in my shorts and t-shirt. Doug, if you are sponsored by a restaurant and we can get discount for the restaurant, then we quote. Yeah, I've had that. I've had a couple of messages from hotels actually saying, you know, if you promote our hotel, we'll give discount to the people. I've had lots of that, and I think maybe it's putting it all together in some form of, you know, package where if people follow the link on my channel to book a hotel or to go to a restaurant, they get discount and something like that. It really isn't overly complicated. I think this kind of thing has been going on for many years, and I'm well behind the curve on it. But people have literally been saying to me, you could be earning a lot more passive income as well as income through the YouTube channel, Thailand and Pattaya related, and that's the way I'm potentially going to go. I'm not going to be ramming it in your faces, showing you loads of adverts or anything like that, but I think there's a chance. Coco Road, welcome to the live show, mate. Watching the owl, enjoying my overnight protein oats and coffee before going to the gym. Yeah, great shout, mate. I perhaps need to do a little bit of that. More oats, more protein, less carbs. Well, I've still got an audience of Pattaya people. Not everybody who watches the channel is in Pattaya. They're planning their next trip. They're going soon. So actually, it would still work, even me being in the UK, because my audience is very much Thailand and Pattaya. You have quite a good following, so business will be interested in spot. Well, the thing is, it's not like a fantasy as such, because I've had many emails of people wanting to put their business on a video or a link, quite a regular basis, and I've just ignored it in the past. But I do think there's an opportunity there. Maybe it is going to be called the Owl Channel Marketing Group. Sounds a bit pretentious, really, doesn't it? But we'll see. Yes, nearly 2 million views. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Scooby Snack, I think you would be excellent doing product reviews. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, mate. What I'm not going to do is invent the wheel and do a new channel and all that. I've even tried doing a food review channel before, and it really is hard graft, meaning you have to eat some shit on a regular basis. And some people might say I do that already. Fair comment. But I don't want to be going to KFC, McDonald's drive-through every day doing vlogs. So that's why I ditched the worst review channel and just keep it on the Owl channel. Peter John 2726, morning Mr. Owl. I'm looking to go to Thailand in 3 weeks' time. I'm going to Heathrow when booked. Was most of the flights with Etihad not delayed or cancelled? Didn't see any issues from that point of view. StewMag, season 7 travelling will be better to find a Julia, Pattaya, not the place. Well, that is a fair comment. There might be a chance I might be able to meet Mrs. Owl on the Thailand tour, maybe in Udon Thani. Who knows? Yeah, I ain't got an issue with this savage guy. I mean, listen, I think just be straight up. I have not reported a video, full stop. So if people are straight up, then they could get my back in, as in, you know, I quite enjoy some of the videos, we can have a laugh, but just making shit up saying I've reported a video when I haven't is a big turn off for me. I'm not interested in reporting a little video. Not my style. Hi mate, glad you had a good trip. What do you think about... Oh, well, I've just commented on that one, mate. Frank Travels, the YouTube Thailand genre has always been toxic. Well, I'm almost a couple of years into it, and it's got a couple of different sides, hasn't it? Some good, some not so good. Thai fan, I don't think it's SEI policy. Must have been just a one-off with the air stewards. Well, maybe. It was just all round a really poor flight home. But if you've not seen that vlog, check it out and let me know what you think. Reggie says Udon Thani is probably the best place to meet Mrs. Owl, or Julie is referred to her. What about setting up a travel business, taking people over to Thailand? Well, I think that's a whole different ball game than just doing a little bit of promoting, mate. That sounds like a logistical headache. Yeah, that won't be for me, and certainly wouldn't fit into my visa of working remotely through the YouTube channel. Brilliant to see you back. Season 6 was fantastic. Thank you very much, mate. Gibbo, yeah, a decent enough contract, and obviously having the side venture as well could really put me in a good position, as long as I knuckle down and I do it for a number of months and years. Yeah, Coco Road, I agree, mate. But what I don't appreciate is someone saying I've reported a video when I haven't, and, you know, I'm prepared to let it go. It's not a big deal. And people who know me know I wouldn't report a video unless it was just absolutely outrageous. And I've not had that. I've never actually reported in a video officially in my short time on YouTube. So there you go. We'll leave it at that. StewMag DTV is one of the main visas under scrutiny. 60 to 30 days soon, by the looks of it. Frustrating. Yeah, this is it though. I mean, they brought in the DTV, and to be fair to it, they've stuck by the DTV visa. As I say, I'm over a year into it, and they've not scrapped it, and they've honoured the 6-month stamp every time I go into Thailand. But I've got an overwhelming feeling there's going to be a 0% chance of me ever getting a DTV visa again. I don't think it's going to exist in 4 years' time when I'm looking for a visa. So I'm just making the most of it. I mean, it's amazing, right? £300 and I can stay in Thailand 6 months at a time without any pressure to do border runs or anything like that. For £300, you know, I've got mates who have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds for a long-term visa. And apart from not being able to have a bank account, which is a downside, but the likes of Wise and Revolut can help you get through that. It's amazing. You know, what would you rather pay? £15,000 for the bronze visa or whatever it is, or 300 quid? It's an absolute no-brainer. Unless you've got money to waste. Krypton, yeah, there is requirements around proof, and obviously I was in a better financial position then, but they don't continually say, oh my God, what have you got in your bank account every time you come into the country. So they're honouring it as a 5-year visa. I think if you try and extend it when you're in the country rather than leaving, then they might look into things a little bit more. But if you're going to leave at 6 months and come back in, I think you're good. But you try and extend it for a further 6 months, they might start looking into, have you still got this? Have you still got that? Have you still got the money in the bank? Have you spent it all? Maybe. But I wouldn't look to extend. I'd look to nip out at the 6-month point. Maybe over to Cambodia, something like that, and then come back in. Knowing my luck, you know, by the time I actually need the visa, let's just say I want to work remotely for 6 months at a time. It'll probably run out. Got 4 years left on it, and I probably need about 4 years to sort my shit out. Coco Road, I would love to live in Pattaya, but it wouldn't be good for me. Too much drinking. Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point, mate. I know, sorry, 6 Dave, I know you can extend the visa. I've just touched on that. Krypton Rider, I have a side hustle that could make me £900 a month. I mean, you know, if I sold a car, for example, you know, I used to make a minimum of £600 profit each car, and that's quite low. So even just having that £600 extra per month is gigantic, and I just haven't been doing it because I can't be arsed. But I have got a BCA account, so I can buy from auction any day of the week. It's just laziness, so I do need to get back into that. Or if I'm going to go down the route of the marketing route via the YouTube channel, and if you're interested in that, let me know on an email to the hello@theowl channel. Then that could be another little way of earning money. Putting a few logos of Pattaya businesses at the end of videos, links on the channel, quite normal stuff, which I've not been doing. But why not? Why not do it if it brings in a little bit of extra income or passive income? I do apologise if I've not got round to your comment. We've got over 200 people on the live show. A big hello. It's the first live show back in England. The latest vlog is the travel day. The travel day with Etihad from Bangkok back to London. If you've not seen it, check it out after the live show. There'll be more vlogs to come. There'll be more live shows to come. Just look out for the schedules. You might need to be subscribed to the channel to see when these videos, these vlogs and live shows are going to be. Would you consider buying and selling on eBay? No, thank you, Matt. I think I did that when I was 16. I'm not going to go down that route again. It used to annoy me actually going to the post office all the time with PS1 games and all that rubbish. Typhon, I think you should. Everyone has their own experience and own story. Some people get obsessed about being experts on the city. Yeah, people do get obsessed with being experts. I've never claimed to be an expert at all. Far from it. I mean, I've only been going to Thailand less than 3 years. You know, if you actually watch any of my videos of the channel, when do I ever claim to be an expert on Pattaya? When do I take myself too seriously? You know, I really don't. This is a hobby. This is meant to be a bit of a fun channel. Started it on my holiday back in January 2025, and nothing's changed. The audience is a little bit bigger, so therefore there might be an opportunity for a little bit of sponsorship. And I don't know if any of the YouTubers are doing it at the minute. I'm going to look into it because a lot of British YouTubers are doing it, and it's not a big deal. One said 75 quid for me to review your business. Doug, when we take a Bart Buzz, we see the Wombat logo, so we definitely can see YouTubers doing something similar. Yeah, I don't know who's doing it at the minute. There's got to be YouTubers doing it. It's called marketing, isn't it? It really isn't. It's something I probably should have done a little bit sooner, I think. So I might post something in the coming days. We'll have a look at it. We'll see what's going to work. Oh, well, you have quite a good following, so businesses would be interested in sponsoring you. Yeah, potentially, mate. And as I say, I've done work with small businesses before. I used to have like a website where they could advertise on there, and it was as little as like 25 quid, but it used to get quite a lot of traffic. And that went down really well. You know, there was a few hundred businesses on there, all paying the 25 quid for a certain amount of time. And that worked really well. They'd get clicks off it, and it'd work, so... Frank Travels, yeah, the food review channel is officially dead. I definitely could have got its monetization, but I think at the cost of the expense of my health eating fast food all the time. Tower Ranger, good afternoon from Pratumnak. What month would you like to live here? I think 100k is a sweet spot. Yeah, I think £2,000 a month for sure is what is needed. 100%. How many likes have we got? We've got over 225 people on the live show. If you could hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. It gets more people on the live show and more people watching on demand as well, and it doesn't cost anything. Wall-to-wall adventures. Hi, mate. Glad you had a good trip. What do you think about the Thailand? Well, I've already made comment on that one, mate. Udon Thani is probably a better place to find Mrs. Owl. I agree. I've already commented on what about setting up a travel business, mate. I can't think of anything worse than taking people on holiday, mate. I really couldn't. Thai fan. Well, this is an interesting one. So Pattaya is absolutely a place where you can meet a long-term partner. You need to live there, though, to date properly, get away from the bars. Well, fair play to you, mate. I know some people have done that, right? But I think I've got a better chance outside of Pattaya. That's just from my experience, mate, of, the dating apps and the kind of people. So... John, good live stream as usual. Plenty of nightlife up north, Udon Thani. I'm actually looking forward to checking out Udon Thani. Thai fan says, by the way, the odds of the owl returning this year are 98%. November looking promising. Well, that is just bonkers for that to happen, mate. It really is. But who knows? Who knows? Doug, I think Thailand YouTube generally is mostly fine. Most people are probably joking around, but a small group. Well, I've been in it nearly 2 years, mate, and it is what it is. Like I said, there's more good than negative in the Pattaya. You know what I mean? You can't be worried about that kind of nonsense if you're going to be a Pattaya YouTuber. I've had my fair amount of emails and comments and threats. Reggae Owl, you definitely need to do some brainstorming to work out the best way forward. Over the last year or so, Thailand authorities have clamped down on visas. Well, I'm so glad I got my DTV when I did then. Gibbo, I'm not going to rent out my house, mate. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. I'll never be a landlord again. Not interested. Yassine, thanks for the comment, mate. Owl, do you have a hole in your head? I haven't, mate. It is just literally the reflection off the lights, and not to worry about that. Reggie says lots of people doing border runs. Well, they're clamping down on that. They've been clamping down a while for that, haven't they? The retirement visa is the best visa, but need to be 50. A lot of people have a retirement visa, and I don't even think that's a big deal. Just pay the visa company. I actually saw the visa shop on Soy 6 actually recruiting at the minute. That made me giggle. That'd be a job, wouldn't it? I forget the name of them. I've used them loads of time. Mark and the team are awesome. Soy 6, Summit Visa. But yeah, they're recruiting at the minute. Franco's in the house. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the live show. We've got 230 people on. First live show back in England. Bongi83, morning owl. Glad you've had a good time this season. Got to ignore the idiots. Well, there wasn't too many idiots, mate. There wasn't. Yeah, that's it. One stop visa. Yeah, I saw a little advert saying they're recruiting for somebody. So good on them. They're obviously doing well. They looked after me. They got me my driving license, took me out to Rayong, and I did my test. And that was a very interesting, easy test. I think you need a certain amount of money, 800,000 baht in a Thai bank account for a retirement visa. Just use a visa company, mate, and that'll all be sorted. Scooby Snack, are you wearing your black socks? I'm not, but I did wear them on the plane. I didn't get any pins and needles or any swelling of the legs. Not that I've had that before, but and I took your advice. And I took them off between the connecting flights rather than walking around the airport with my socks on. So thanks for the advice there. I felt much better. Gunships in the house. Exactly, mate. Lots of drains, and get them drains sorted. Hope you're well, mate. Enjoy them fish cakes and plenty of sauce, smart ketchup and mayonnaise. Reggie, did you ever get your bank account sorted? You tell you what, I actually didn't go into Bangkok Bank, and I really needed to get this account closed down because, of course, I'm still paying either the monthly fee and the annual fee. for a bank account that I can't use because it was taken out on I wasn't on DTV or tourist visa. DTV is a tourist visa anyway, but I'm pretty sure I was on a tourist visa when I took it out. So I think it just needs to be closed down, but it's still open. I can still put money into it. I just can't scan and pay. So it's a pointless account that they're charging me. And there is a Bangkok bank on Beach Road, isn't there? And I walked past it and I didn't have my bank book with me and I couldn't be bothered going back to the hotel. So season 7, I'm going to make a promise to myself. While I'm in Bangkok, I must go to the Bangkok bank and close this account down or see if they'll let me keep it, which they're not going to do. Excuse me. Either side hustle £900 a month. Yeah, I mean, £900 a month is not to be sniffed at all. Doug says maybe you can survive in Isan. Thank you very much. Typhon, I think you should do a section on live for good side hustles. I'd be up for some ideas. Well, I think obviously selling cars is something I can get straight into, or promoting Pattaya businesses on the channel, either through logos or links, is just a natural thing to do, which could generate a little bit of money. I don't know what price point I would go in at, but we'll see. We'll see. Hutch, what are the top 3 breakfasts in Pattaya? Ooh, so many to choose from. Time bar for sure. Bacon brew, 100%. Didn't go to Copper Spoon last time, but that is one. Bentley's in Pratum Naik is delicious as well. So Time Bar's great value. And of course I got the early bird breakfast at 99 baht, and I've done a vlog on that. If you've not seen it, check it out. I mean, that is unbelievable. 99 baht. Kung's, how can I forget Kung's? Kung's is absolutely in my top 3. Time Bar, Kung's, Bacon Brew, top 3 this time. And some of the others I've mentioned. We've got a target of 150 likes, by the way. If you could hit the like button, doesn't cost anything, but really helps the algorithm. Much appreciated. And let's see where we are with the comments. Jed Robinson, the Elite Visa is a prime example of paying 450,000 baht and not being any better off than you. I agree. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names, but I said to somebody, just get the DTV, it'll cost you 300 quid. But they was insistent on buying and spending all that money on the other visa. What's the difference? I mean, the Thai bank account, I mean, I believe Wise is going to let you scan and pay from the 19th. Well, we've already passed the 19th of May, so maybe someone can let me know in Pattaya. Can you scan and pay using the Wise app from yesterday? Let me know in the comments. Nicky's is good. I agree. Nicky's is good. I must admit, I had an omelette there, and it was rammed packed too much. But a lot of love for Nicky's, and I've had some nice meals in there. Is it my favourite go-to? Not me personally, but it's a very, very popular place. Doesn't need any promoting. Reggie, how about bringing loads of football shirts back from Mike's shopping mall and doing a market store? Well, that's illegal, mate. It's illegal, but they are cracking shirts for sure. Elite Visa is way too risky. Well, I don't know how it's risky. I mean, if you want to go for that visa, you don't actually pay until you've been accepted. Whereas the £300 DTV, you actually do make a payment, and if you're not accepted, you don't get it back. So. Thai UK, fair play, mate. Nothing too serious, and just enjoy. Thank you, mate. Tower Ranger, good afternoon from Pratum Naik. Good afternoon. Big hello to the moderators, by the way. Franco's in the house. Michael, the cameraman, as well. Krypton Rider, I've only been in Pattaya once for a few days and managed to enjoy entertainment. Well, fair dues, mate. Adam, why would you do car boot sales? I hear they're quite lucrative. No, mate, not for me. I did them when I was about 12. Not for me. No disrespect, I just don't want to do car boot sales anymore. I remember I used to pay £16 for a place to park the car and I'd make about 20 quid. It's like £4 profit. It's a terrible business, really is. Doug, yeah, I think it is easier to meet someone out of Pattaya, for sure. I really do. Gibbo, I think your YouTube channel would be enough to live out there. Stop being sentimental. No, I disagree, mate. I disagree. I mean, even though we've had 200,000 views on this last trip, that equates to around £1,000. That probably will get to about 1,200, which is awesome, isn't it? But when you break it down on the amount of time editing, filming, all of that, plus the apps I have to pay for, creating thumbnails, editing app, which I pay for as well. It is just peanuts, pocket money. It really is. I'm grateful for it, but it's about £1 an hour if we was to look at it seriously. So it can never be a full-time job. YouTube can never be a full-time job. Peter Jones 5260, welcome to the live show, mate. It's hard when you live in Pattaya to keep on a low budget. Good luck. Good luck. Anyone who can. Yeah, fair play, mate. Bongle83, morning owl. Glad you had a good one this season. Got to ignore the idiots, absolutely. One Stop Visa, yeah, I believe they're recruiting at the minute. Someone to work in the office. How cool's that? Taifan, don't forget Vietnam, Malaysia, Cambodia, of course. One step at a time. Let's see a bit more of Thailand. 109 likes, thank you very much, Reggie. We've got a target of 150. Thanks to everyone who's dropping a comment, liking. Also, the love hearts, I'm seeing every single one of them as well, because I appreciate not everyone wants to drop a comment or a like, so I appreciate that. I think we might get to 150, fingers crossed, get a few more likes. 41 away. Reggae Owl, if you were sponsored, would you return to Pattaya this year? Well, I've got a contract that I'm working on. I'm also doing a side venture as well. I think there's an opportunity to knuckle down, earn some money and get myself in a stronger position, because I was in a much stronger position before I started going to Thailand 3 years ago. I mean, a lot stronger position. I've spent a hell of a lot of money going to Thailand and I really have a decision to make. I knuckle down and I can still have that holiday every year, or I go back to Pattaya and start season 7 next week and it all goes to pot. It's a very easy decision, it really is. I don't mind being a little bit wild, a little bit spontaneous, but fundamentally, I'm pretty grounded and I know what's important, and going out on the lash every day in Pattaya compared to being financially secure, it's a really, really easy decision. And I am 40, so I'm not super young, I'm not super old. I've still got time to make money and make a profit again on the side. Kevin Thailand, yeah, absolute legend he was. How did you say you spent 55? No, not quite as much as £50,000 on trips to Pattaya. It's fair to say it's over £30,000 in 3 years on trips to Pattaya. So if you divide the 30 by 3, £10,000 a year on going to Pattaya. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Really, what that should have been, in my opinion, is around £3,000. So I should be 9 grand in and not 30. But it's recognising that, and I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to earn money, knuckle down, and that's it, and I'll be back. That's the way to do it. Good question, Gunship. It's good to be home. Got commitments over here. Need to earn the pennies, need to be sensible. But of course, why wouldn't I miss the hot weather, the nice food, the entertainment, the bumming around doing what the hell I want when I want? Of course I'm going to miss all of that. But that's just not the reality, is it? You've got to knuckle down and you've got to earn. But I'm glad I went out there for a couple of weeks. that was a great decision to squeeze in season 6, and hope you're well, mate, and enjoying that pizza with extra mayo, as we all know you like. Golden Ferret, yeah, big shout out to the Golden Ferret. I went there for the steak and kidney pie, and that was delicious. And the owner's sound as well. And in fact, he said since the first video I did on the steak and kidney pie, they've had lots of people go there for the steak and kidney pie and homemade chips. So amazing. I mean, that's an example of the channel working for a business. But I went there because I wanted to go there. And that is a fine line, isn't it? If I do bring in some sponsorship into the channel, I can't be accepting horrendous businesses that I wouldn't even go there. So there's a fine balance. You know, if for example the Golden Ferret contacted me and they wanted their logo on my channel, or a link or logo at the end of the video, or whatever it be, they would be an ideal candidate for being a sponsor of the channel, because they just deliver awesome food. I mean, that steak and kidney pie was mind-blowing. Shout out to Wolf there as well, moderating. Appreciate that, mate. Doug Heffen says Bentley's off the charts. It's Darren John's #1. It's a nice place, mate. It's a nice place. I'd probably go to it more if it was central Pattaya when I'm on holiday. But when I lived in Cozy Beach, Pratumnak, it was a good spot. The Sportsman is another one. Yeah, I don't go to the Robin Hood anymore, but the Sportsman is certainly a good one. Big J 3731. I'll always have a lot of love for the Candy Club. In fact, I've mentioned the Candy Club in the season 6 song. But I didn't go there for a night out on the last trip. I have discovered iBar, and you know, it's just got that little bit more space for me, but I'll always be a fan of the Candy Club. But I found, so maybe because I've got a little bit bigger in weight, I do find it difficult when I'm squashed and I feel trapped. I do like to have a little bit of space. Maybe as I trim down a little bit, lose a few kilo, I might be happy again to perch myself in the corner of the Candy Club. Cheap Charlie, well, to be fair, right, Cheap Charlie's John Tien near the immigration centre, cracking breakfast, affordable. I had a better experience there than the one on Bacau. And Hemingway's had a lovely lasagna at Hemingway's John Tien on this last season. Didn't film it, but it was delicious. It was really good. Misty Hill, any ideas when it's dropping back to 30 days? I don't, mate. I don't tend to get involved in any of that, but I don't know if it'll make a massive difference. I think a lot of people come for within that 30 days. When they're on holiday, might be 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 30 days. I don't know what difference it'll be. If you think it'll make a big difference to tourism in Thailand, let me know in the comments. I'm not claiming to be an expert on that one. You know, people are staying there longer. It might cause a few issues for them, especially if they're not on a DTV or a student visa or whatever it is. Reggie, yeah, absolutely. Everyone buys their own drink in the Candy Club. Gunship, was you happy with the flight there? I was happier with the flight there than the flight back. That is true. To be fair to Etihad, the flight going there was better than the flight coming home. And it wasn't just because of my mood. I'm basing it on facts. I'm basing it on the aircraft. I'm basing it on the food that was served. I'm basing it on the service that I experienced. You know, I have to give a shout out to Emirates. I have to give a massive shout out to Emirates. Like, they are exceptional. You know, I've still got my little Polaroid pictures of my experience on Emirates. The problem is, though, I think the Emirates prices seem high at the minute, which is a great shame because Emirates are phenomenal. I would never, ever spend £15,000 on a visa for Thailand. I would never get the bronze visa, the elite visa, or any of that, even if I could afford it. I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna give that sort of money to immigration or Thailand. I'm just never gonna do it. I'm very grateful for the DTV at £300, and we all know that ain't gonna last. I'll be amazed if I can apply for that again in 4 years' time because they've kept it. I really can't see it being around. I'll be really happy though if they do. John Owl, there's several Isan clubs on Third Road, hardly any Farangs. Go there for full. Excellent, mate. Yeah, appreciate that. Carlen, UK, Tool, Thailand, 1092. Any tips for flights to Bangkok this summer? Well, just fly direct with Thai Airways or either on the 9:30 or 9:35 from Heathrow. I don't see how it gets any better than that. I don't believe Manchester or Birmingham, which are airports closer to me, offer direct flights. If you're going to be doing a connecting flight, then, go with Emirates or Qatar and you won't be disappointed. Obviously, there's no guarantees with what's going on with the Middle East. And I know that situation is 100% not fixed. If anything, it's probably going to get, I don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't look good, does it? It doesn't look good. So we'll have to see on that one. But I didn't have any issues at all. Emirates is the number one. No issues flying from Birmingham. The other thing is it's that directness. I keep saying direct is better, and I should really just keep to that. Also, exactly, Reggie, the Airbus A380, the double-decker, is such a comfortable aeroplane, isn't it? So I think I know what I'll be doing, which will be a direct flight next time. But if I have to do a connecting, probably Emirates or Qatar. Hutch 5573, do you think our Pattaya 27 trip will be in January next year or later? Good question, mate. Good question. I can't be 100% sure when the trip is going to be. I wasn't 100% sure season 6 was going to happen this year, so just bear that in mind. I think realistically, a year from now would take me to May 27 for the Thailand tour. But who knows? Watch this space. Watch this space. Stu Magmark, I loved Cambodia. My retirement due in a couple of years. I'm seriously thinking of Cambodia and scrap Thailand plans altogether. Well, I can't really comment on Cambodia, mate. I've never been. Gunship, what was your best moment the time you was there? My best moment, I would say, of the last trip would be when the lads, obviously forgetting Bangkok because that was an amazing night, really good. But I would say when I was introduced to iBar and Insomnia for the first time, it was a moment. It was like being introduced to the Candy Club for the first time. It was super special. I love the place. There's nowhere like it. So, you'll hear me talking a lot about iBar. And who would have thought it, Walking Street, of all places, I just literally forget everything around me and I go straight to iBar and you forget you're on Walking Street for a moment. There was a guy with 34k subs, lost his channel overnight for no reason. It can happen to any of us, mate. It really can. The problem with YouTube isn't very reliable income. Well, it is reliable in the fact that YouTube have paid me when they said they said they would, so it's reliable in that respect. What they say they're going to pay you, they will pay you. So for me, that's reliability. But yeah, in terms of the amount of YouTube pay you, I mean, it's peanuts. I believe it used to be a lot more in the past, but I'll be lucky to get over 1,000. It will be over 1,000. It's about 900 and something as of today. But I've got yesterday's video, so we're looking at maybe £1,000 to £1,200. That's based on around 200,000 views of season 6. So it is what it is. It's a little bit of pocket money. Great question. You're seeing would you consider doing a paper round as a bit of extra income? Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I certainly would, but I'd want £20 per round, mate. And I think from memory, when I used to do paper rounds when I was a bit younger, I used to get £1 per round. But if it was a really heavy bag, I got £2 per round. And I was actually really good at it. I was on the BMX. And sometimes the other lads would phone in sick and I'd have 3 or 4 rounds, and it was a very lucrative morning. Very good. Joe Illington, hello from Chicago. Watched every season 6, really enjoyed them all. Thank you very much, Joe. Much appreciated. And what a season it was. We got about 10 vlogs from start to finish. So, which is a decent number. I would have liked it to have been 12. I would have liked to have got a bar crawl in there, but me and Michael did one in the last season before, so you can see that. And at least we did the video where we talked about is Pattaya transactional, sat at a bar. That was probably better. If you've not seen it, check it out. That was probably better than doing a bar crawl. And I'm not a big fan, right, of doing vlogs that other people have done. You know, this whole 39 baht. Because we was going to do the whole 39 baht drinking in Jomtien, but how many people have actually done that? How many people have actually done a vlog on that? 118 likes. Well, we're getting there. Target is 150. If you could hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. Helps get more people on the live show, but also more people watching on demand as well. Lee, did you go to Pattaya in season 5? Absolutely. I've been to Pattaya in every season. That's the theme. Oh, bloody hell. Adam, I'm surprised you're not going to consider doing a car boot. I hear they make 500, 750 a day. Really? I find that hard to believe. I find that really hard to believe, mate. But good luck to them. I hope they do make £500 to 750 a day doing a car boot. But that seems a little bit high. Nothing special 04 says, Owl, thanks for the channel. My first time commenting. Earn and set up a base in the West. Spend in the East. Thank you for your advice, mate. I do think earning money over here or through the YouTube channel and spending it in Thailand is the smartest way. It really is. There was 0 offers in Thailand. I've had lots of people wanting to advertise their business through my channel. That's fair to say. I'm talking lots and lots, and that's what's led me on to doing some form of sponsorship menu, if you like, and see how that goes down. And I think that's going to come to the channel. So if you are a business in Pattaya and you want to promote your business via the channel, there might be a way to do that in the future. But there was no offers of any kind for me to work in Thailand. And of course, if I did, I'd lose my DTV visa as well, which I put out there is not something I want to do. And no one's going to pay me. I mean, let's put it into perspective, right? £2,000, no one was going to pay me that to be a full-time bar manager in Thailand. They weren't going to do it. Now, £2,000 in England for a month's wage is minimum wage. So I just wasn't prepared to do it for a half minimum wage in England. And fair play to the bar managers that do it. It obviously works around lifestyle and any other perks you may get. But I was prepared to be open-minded to that. I really did put a few different options on the table. One was literally to get a job out there if it was a good enough offer, extend the holiday, or go home. They were all there. And I know some people said, well, how could you do that if you've got your car in parking? Well, the car's in parking till the 28th and they've got the key. Worst case scenario, if I was to stay in Pattaya at the time, then I could get the car picked up and out of parking so I don't incur charges. That was the bottom line on that one. Right, let's see where we are with the comments. If I've missed your comment, by the way, don't be afraid to pop it again. Thailand, morning hour, welcome back, welcome to the live show. Reggie says, I will think of the brilliant memories you have in Pattaya when you visit the Pattaya site. It's generally quite emotional. Thank you, mate. And I did manage to do the walk down the platform this time. Literally just after I got chased by a dog out of a private property, which I must admit, if you've not seen that vlog, my last vlog, one of my last vlogs, walking down the platform, I forget what it's called. I've made a decision vlog, check it out if you've not already. But I got chased out of a private property by a dog, and I've never been so scared. In Thailand, I just took a wrong turn in, because of course this changed the way that you actually access the Pattaya sign. But yeah, you're right, lots of great memories of the last 3 years. Spent a lot of money, but memories that'll stick with me forever. And it was great to do the walk down the platform again. You also put there's a Robin's Nest and the Sportsman. Yeah, Sportsman, very good. Not had a meal at the Nest, really. I've not tried that one. A lot of you guys do like it. John says, Owl, tonight's lotto here is $40 million. If I win, I'll pay for season 7. Amazing. That'd be an awesome. That'd literally be a flight tomorrow, wouldn't it? Thank you very much. Sorry, 6 Dave, Owl, would you consider a tattoo? Seeing your best buddy Webby got one. I would consider getting a tattoo, yeah. I would. What do you mean, as part of an offer, as part of a bet, a sponsorship, or just generally? I would consider it. Doesn't mean it's going to be a yes. I'd certainly consider it. Reggie says Etihad told Owl to put his camera away. Seriously shocking behaviour. It's not. It wasn't nice. I've never had that before on a plane. Put your camera away. I was only filming myself talking to you guys, but it is what it is. Don't hold any grudges on that one. They also made the Owl put his crash helmet. I don't know what the cloth bag was for with Etihad. Maybe it was just highlighting that they're cool with it and it's letting all the other staff know it's in an Etihad bag, so it's fine. I don't know. Doesn't really make much difference, the transportation of the helmet. Ian's 339. Hi Owl, how much do you spend on massages when in Pattaya? 200 baht for a foot massage, 300 baht for an oil massage. Maybe one of them each day. Not always both. Apart from the last day, I went for a body massage and a foot massage in the same day. But compared to what you would pay in England, you'd pay £45 for 1 hour, whereas there you're paying absolutely peanuts, 10, 15 quid for these 2 hours. Massive, massive difference. Krypton says you should fly from Birmingham, Emirates or Qatar. Fly from Birmingham with Emirates or Qatar. Yeah, fair shout. It's just that connecting bit. Yeah, it's the connecting bit, isn't it? I think direct next time. Timothy, no, never been there, mate. Stu Mag, UK to CDG, then direct to Bangkok, August, £730 return, can't wait. Safe flight, mate. Eva and Thai Airways for direct, absolutely. Mrs. Owl is waiting for you in Udon Thani. Well, maybe. February, March is good months to go to Pattaya, I agree. And probably before the rainy season a little bit more. I caught way too much rain in May. So maybe there is a possibility for February, March 2027. Stinking Rocket, I'm new to your channel, been following your whole trip. But now you're back in the UK, is your channel all about Thailand or do you go back to work? Well, the live shows are very much Thailand Pattaya related, and I will be bringing vlogs your way and I'll be keeping you updated. So there's no real plan or script on what vlogs are coming. They'll probably be Thailand related. I might throw in the odd auction one, but I know some of you have enjoyed that in the past where I've gone to the auction and filmed the whole picking up of the car and stuff. But I'm very aware of what the audience is and what you want to see. I mean, that's all in the viewing figures. It's it's all about Pattaya, Thailand, and my experiences there, my holidays and holidays coming up. So I won't be just doing too many random, irrelevant videos. And I've done videos in like Jaywick, which was a really good trip and met some lovely people, and they got to share their stories. But from a viewpoint of view, it didn't get a lot of views in Jaywick. It didn't get a lot of views, but I know you like the weather hot, but it wasn't as it was when it wasn't cloudy and rainy. Gunship, that last day it was really hot sun, but there was just a little bit too many clouds and rain this time to fully enjoy it. Owl, are you considering some England holiday vlogs? Probably not. I don't think people really want to see that, do you? I think I'll probably fall asleep myself making it. How about Amazon and delivery, food delivery? I like the idea of, like say, the selling the odd car. You can make 500, 600 quid minimum by flipping a car. And certainly the market inside for this channel as well, which I'm going to look at doing. Dazzler123, welcome to the live show. Have you thought about teaching in Thailand part-time? That with YouTube money, could it cover your financial? Well, I believe you've got to have a degree now to teach in Thailand. Correct me if I'm wrong. And, I don't know. Am I the best person to teach English? Probably not. I'm not. I think I've got a C at English. I don't know if I'm the best articulate. Good question. How did you manage to rescue your trainers from the laundrette? They didn't survive. They came out stinkier than when they went in. And I don't know if that was my choice of laundrette. Maybe another laundrette could have done a better job, but they were awful. I had to bin them. Would you consider doing a vlog from all the songs from the different seasons? Probably not, but there is a season 6 song which I have put at the back end of one of the vlogs, which is an awesome track. It's also on the end where I walk down the platform on the Decision vlog, one before the travel day. Right, where are we up to with the comments? Lee says the playlist doesn't include actually going to Pattaya. Really? I'll take a look at that, mate. I'll take a look. I don't know what's happened then. Did I do a whole season without going to Pattaya then? I stand corrected if I have. Season 5 was just talking about Pattaya. That's interesting. Thanks for that, mate. I'll take a look. I say I might be mistaken. I didn't know I did a full season here in the UK. Maybe it is just UK vlogs. Maybe you're right. I think I changed it from UK vlogs to season 5. So you might be right. Thanks for that, mate. Welcome back. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, Gunship, it was a close call. I mean, going into private property, it was my mistake, but the dog was coming at me and I couldn't turn the bike round quick enough. And thankfully, the dog stopped and just continued to bark. I couldn't have got away. I forgot how to ride the bike for a moment. It was complete panic. Just taking the wrong turn into someone's driveway. I've always ridden PCXs before in Pattaya, but this time it was the Aerox, something like that. 130 likes. Well, we've got a target of 150 likes. So if you can hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. We're only 20 away from it. We've got over 200 people on the live show. I think it might be possible. Reggie says, John, that's extremely generous of him. Of course, and thanks for the buy me a coffee today, mate. Much appreciated. But if he wins the lotto is going to pay for season 7. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Dracula, given how much you spend on trips to Pattaya, what's your long-term plan for retiring? I think it could be possible in 10 years' time if I knuckle down. It could be really, really, really possible for me to do it at the age of 50, assuming I'm alive. Into Pixels, you do what you want, mate. You do what you want. Whitaker Winstanley, most dangerous thing in Pattaya is the roads, especially getting a motorbike taxi when you're drunk. Yeah, you've got to be careful. Got to have your wits about you. Stu Mag, everyone's finances and work commitments differ. I'm lucky enough to make good money, 6 to 8 months in the UK and travel Asia for 4 to 6 months budgeting. Yeah, fair enough, mate. I've met many people with different setups and models and income streams and passive income or jobs working remotely. It is possible. I mean, I've never looked into working remotely actually, but potentially if I go down the marketing route, because believe it or not, I can actually do SEO and I can actually design websites and I can do a lot from the digital side of things. So we'll have to see. I think the way forward though, probably for that kind of stuff is AI, unfortunately. So, I think promotion to my audience of businesses and places to eat and places to stay, and maybe discounts in Pattaya if you use the Owl channel link, is the way forward, because that seems to me like it's got a bit of longevity in it, rather than trying to be this marketeer or web design when the likes of AI is coming down quite fast. Good morning, Owl. I've just joined. Have you got something stuck on your head? I haven't, mate. It's just the lighting. It always does it. Always. I'm in the studio. I've got the screen behind me, but the light above always creates that. It really does. I won't be selling my house and I won't be renting it, and that is 100% my position on that, and that ain't going to change. 100%. Go to Skegness? Well, I won't be rushing there, mate. I've been before. Won't be creating any vlogs, not for me. It's nice though. Maybe you like it. Right, let's see. I think I might be getting up to date with the comments. Big hello if you've just joined us. We've got over 200 people on. Or maybe you're watching on demand afterwards. It's the first live show back in the UK. There'll be more vlogs coming your way. You're not subscribed, please subscribe and click the bell icon, and I'll let you know when, and you'll be notified when they actually come out. And there'll be more live shows as well from England. And we can talk everything Pattaya. And of course, the next trip to Thailand will be the Thailand tour. I think the moderators are working quite hard in the background. Thank you very much, everyone. Phil, thank you very much for the super chat. Amazing. So that's super chat and buy me a coffee. Excellent. All goes to support the channel. Thank you very much. Stinking Rocket, I'm American. Can you explain monger? I understand a fishmonger or cheesemonger. Well, just look into it a little bit more, I'd say, mate, and own it, and enjoy Pattaya for everything it's got to offer. Enjoy the entertainment, mate. Do you have a punt on the horses? I don't know. Not my thing at all. Season 6 song goes when Pattaya rides through the... I think that's season 5 song when it actually ride through. I think so. Lots of... well, there's a few little... yeah, definitely some troll comments coming through. Big hello, trolls. That's why it's slowed me down a little bit to get through the actual genuine nice comments. As to be expected. We don't really block unless it's... necessary. With flipping cars, would you source from auction? Absolutely, mate. Always buy from auction. And that is British Car Auction, in my opinion, the best auction house in the country, and I've used them for 10 years to buy my personal cars and to buy cars to flip. And yeah, I mean, if I got a little bit lazy with it, it's fair to say, but it's easy. It's really easy money, and I should really get back into it. Do you play video roulette? I don't do any kind of gambling, mate. Not that I've got anything against it. It's just not my thing. I find it quite boring. Mark Smith, when you retire, will that mean selling your house? No, never sell it, never rent it. Always have a base in England. You never quite know how it'll pan out if I do go out to Thailand. And, people agree with that. People might disagree. I don't really care. I mean, the amount of people I've had tell me to rent my house out and go to Pattaya or sell your house, I'll just listen to myself on that one, which is having a property in the UK which you own is actually really important from my point of view. It's a base. Right, well, I'm up to date with the comments. I'm just going to refresh the page. If you've just joined the live show, a big hello, everyone. Got a few trolls in the house dropping like one-word comments. It takes me a while to catch up. Will you be going on the NDTVI live show again? No, I won't be, actually, no. Martin's shown me a little bit of disrespect recently, so I won't be going back on that. Forget that one. Nick's always been sound, though. Reggae, I definitely agree with keeping your house. If you sell it, you may never be able to go. Well, this is it, mate. This is it. It's harder to get on the property ladder as you get a little bit older, because naturally a mortgage term would last 25 years. So that's just the reality of it. Right, everyone, any last questions, comments, suggestions? Pop it in the comments now. I'm fully up to date with the comments, and we've currently got 138 likes, so we're 12 likes away. 12 likes away from the target, so if you could hit the like button, it'll really help the algorithm. Pattaya need more vloggers. It does, and not everyone's going to succeed. I wish everyone the best with it. If I can give any advice to anyone starting a YouTube channel in Thailand, Pattaya, then send an email to hello@theowl.channel and I'll give my advice. It's interesting actually, because I watch what goes on in the Pattaya vlogging scene, and I mean, there's one person I thought was going to go on to do really well, and he's completely flatlined, getting 1,000, 2,000 views a video, and that's a shame to see. I do try and predict who's gonna do well and not. And there's another one, without mentioning her name, who's got like 10,000, 12,000 subscribers, but he's getting like 100 views a video and no comments. I think the only explanation for that is potentially buying subscribers, which is just a big no-no, big no-no, terrible start if that's the route you're going to go down. So it's an interesting one. I remember 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago, watching as a viewer, there was a lot more going on the Pattaya YouTube scene. It was more exciting. So hopefully new people will come into it. And that does include some of the fun channels, if you like, as well, the whatever you call them. It just needs spicing up a little bit. Right, let's see where we are. Just quickly refresh the page, keep an eye on the likes, see if we get to target. $142, just 8 more likes. Who's going to be the 150th like? Let's see. If you think you are the 150th like, if we get there, let me know in the comments. Reggie, when's the next live? Good question. I don't know at this moment in time. I'll set up a notification. So you'll have at least 24, 48 hours when the next live show will be. Yeah, my side hustle, Stinking Rocket, is definitely going to be in the long lines of either marketing through it or selling the odd car. That is for true. That is going to be the case. Just need to sit down and really think about. I think someone mentioned it on the live show. Have a bit of a brainstorm and think how this second income is going to come in. And just stop being lazy. It's so easy to sit down and do nothing, isn't it? But actually, what does that get you? That doesn't get you. Doesn't get me the outcome that I want anyway. Reggie, stinky no owl is in the marketing. Don't get that. Don't get the comment at all, mate. Don't get it. Whitaker already got a contract, mate. You guys will know the next live show. You should know by now. I'm pretty good at just schedule it in a day or two before, so you might not have to wait too long. You might not even have to wait a week for the next live show. We'll have to see. Mortgages are getting harder to require. I remember when I got my first ever mortgage at the age of 21. It was easier than ordering a Greggs. It really was. I'm definitely agree on keeping your house. If you sell it, you never be able to go back on the property ladder. Fair comment. Depending on how much cash you've got, that is. I mean, I would love to own a condo, right, in Thailand, but my fear is that, you know, if I buy a condo in Thailand and for whatever reason the visa that I'm on gets taken away and you can't get to that condo, I guess you could get it managed and stuff, but that would be my fear. But I just think it's potentially a good investment if you're going to be over there for 10 years or so, at least 10 years, to buy a condo around about £30,000-40,000. Right, everyone. Well, we've just gone over the 2-hour mark, and what a live show it's been. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in England. That means it'll be 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Pattaya, I think. So time in Pattaya, 4 p.m. It's got to be. There we go. Any last comments, questions, suggestions? Carlos, mate, welcome to the live show. You might have to watch it back on demand. We're coming to the end. Thanks for everyone who's bought me a coffee or super chat, or done it on demand afterwards, and I will thank you via the Buy Me a Coffee app. So there'll be vlogs and live shows to come. That is definitely. I'm also, as I've mentioned on the live show, I'm going to consider ways people can advertise their Pattaya Thailand business through the channel, either affiliation links or a logo on the channel in some capacity. Because I've been looking at a lot of other vloggers who do it in the UK, and it's quite common, so I don't see why it's an issue on my channel. So I'll look into that, and I'll perhaps put some kind of poster together for you guys. So I have to see 150 likes apparently. 150 likes. Let's have a look. Wow, we have 151. 151. Who's claiming the 150? Reggie's claiming 150? Or do you think it was you? GCLDN, so what's the chances of the owl going back to Pattaya in 2026? Well, remember last time it was 12% and it happened. So I'm going to go as low as 2% this time. Carlos is saying it was me, owl. Well, GCLDN, I did the extra one, so 151. Nice one. Right, everyone, what a cracking live show. I didn't expect to get over 250 people on the live show. What a busy one. Thank you, everyone. Amazing stuff. If you've enjoyed it and you've not already, give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe. Click the little bell icon and you'll be notified of the next live show and the next vlogs. Lots more to come on the channel. Franco, what's the news on the 60-day visa? No idea, mate. I don't know if they've reduced it to 30 or not. I don't know if anyone knows on the live show, mate. And there must be a way of checking it out, I reckon, via the immigration website or something. Reggie, thank you for your contribution. Not seen you before on one of my live shows, and you've certainly commented enough, so thanks for that, mate. I'll just give it a couple more seconds and then I'll wrap things up. I've enjoyed it, and I think the times work quite well as well, because people can watch it in Pattaya and and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here, so I've still got the whole day ahead. John, great show, mate. Catch you soon. Yeah, and thank you for the buy me a coffee as always, mate. Derby John, it's finished. They've ended it from today. So Derby John's saying that's finished. Fair dues. Again, I'd double check it, Franco, if it's important. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, mate. You see, he knows his stuff, I think, John Derby as well. I've met him, had a beer. Gun shape. Goodbye, Matt. See you on the next live. That's right. Take care, mate. Great live. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the moderators as well. Looks like you've been busy in the background. Wolf, Franco. Who else is on there? Can't forget the moderators. Michael, the cameraman, and anybody else who's helped the channel today. Breaking news, the Thai cabinet has a cancellation of the FTSE visa. Frank Travels, nice one. Thank you, mate. Right, everyone. If you've not seen the latest vlog, check it out. That is my flight with Etihad from Bangkok to London. And it's an interesting one. And, well, from the UK, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.